check-in, the checkouts, and the housekeeping and so on. Are there any introduction of technology that you have put in place into those areas? Welcome to Hospitality Asia channel on HAPA TV. I'm Jennifer Ong, and today we're with Mr. Zakaria Ismail, General Manager of Perdana Kuala Lumpur City Centre. And Encik Zakaria is going to share with us his journey as a General Manager of Perdana KL City Centre and what we can expect from the hotel moving forward in 2023. Welcome. Hi, welcome Mr. Zakaria. How are you?
Hi, welcome. Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming to HAPA TV. I love the background. I love the logo right at the back of you.
Oh, it's very nice. It's a new our rebranding.
Ah, right. Yeah. Rebranding of that. Love the logo. So tell us, when did you come on board as General Manager of Perdana KL City Centre?
Well, I came in on board to Perdana Kuala Lumpur City Centre right in the middle of COVID-19, which is in year 2020.
Why did you why did you take up such a role going into a hotel in the middle of COVID? Can we know why and well, how was your journey?
I would say it's very tough and quite challenging journey.
Right.
Nevertheless, situation back that time was tough overall. Okay, I can say not only hotel, but overall it's tough. So anyway, the journey of coming here, well, hotel is the same everywhere. It's just that the situation we are in fact, that we are not allowed to have the dine-in at the restaurant.
Yeah.
We are not allowed to have the occupancy, because there's so many restrictions.
Yes.
Right. So managing for the past 2 years, especially at Perdana Kuala Lumpur City, is very tough because, like I said, we here in the group, we do not practice things where we lay our staff. No, we still maintain. So why I mentioned challenge, because we have to sustain ourselves by doing whatever we can.
Yeah.
Right. There's no business. There's not even client. There's not even guests. So we got to find a way to survive.
Yes.
So of course, if you question how do I manage, well, of course, the teamwork, the teamwork from the team, the cooperation, the support that I've given from the entire staff, right, from the bottom to the top, that helped us to pull through this pandemic. And each of the individuals, they're very committed. So of course, we learned something there, which we have to work together. So coming back to your question, why I came here, I believe, in life we are meant to do something which we do not know. We got to explore it. So here I am for the past 2.5 years. I've explored here. So thank God we have gone through the first phase of MCO. Now we go to the first phase of the endemic and so on, until we are now, things are back to normal after 2.5 years. Really, so of course, later on I will share what are the initiatives that we have put in plan in order to gain back our business.
Yes, yes, absolutely right. It's really amazing to hear, what you've just said, about you got to really go out there and do it, because you don't know what the purpose is and why you're given such an opportunity, or why you're given such a task, for example, or role, and for you to take it on and make it happen and hold it together and doing whatever it takes to survive. And now, when the markets open, you're back on. I mean, that alone, Sheikh Zakaria, that is like resilience, right? And this is really a time where we want to honor hotel owners, hotel operators, leaders like yourself, for being so resilient and pulling through and making it. I mean, it's not just 1-2 months. It's like, what, 2 years, 2.5 years?
2 years.
Yeah. So really, really, really proud. And of course, I'd like to say congratulations to you and to Perdana Kuala Lumpur City Centre for being nominated in our HAPA Awards Malaysia Series 2022-2023. Really time for us to give you the recognition and, for the hotel to come back on, into the awards. So let's now move on to the brand, Perdana KL. Tell us about the hotel. What has, now that you've come back, what's new? What are you implementing? What can we expect? And of course, what's the guest experience like?
Right. Well, apparently when in 2020, prior to the pandemic COVID-19, we are actually having in our pipeline of rebranding exercise.
Right.
All right. So apparently, we were known previously as the previous name was Derby Park. Right. This place was opened in 2020, year 2000. It was actually known as Derby Park for certain years, and then when it comes to 2017 and 2018, we are actually having our moving towards of renovation and rebranding. So then 2020 COVID comes in, and apparently that we find that is the best time for us, when situation are low, we will continue our refurbishment. The only thing that our scheduled refurbishment should take about 1 year plus, but end up it goes to 2 years plus.
Right.
So what happened actually, the name itself was actually came the Perdana Kuala Lumpur City Centre, right, with the minor renovation project done to our lobby, right, which we actually introduced our new lounge called Chindai, right. So that happened in the first quarter of 2021, right. And then our new restaurant, 10 Binjai restaurant, was actually completed by end of 2021, right. The expansion is more towards giving the extra space, right, up to 300 capacity, double the capacity as before.
Wow.
Right. So
what about the cuisine side, Zakaria? The restaurant, has it got now, has the cuisine variety expanded? The concept, has it changed?
Yes, concept changed because apparently we are actually the service apartments of day one. But having the transition to a hotel, we are actually, those days we have a lot of long staying guests.
Yes, yeah.
Now we are moving towards, we take everything. So we have a lot of Westerners, even the Oriental from all these Arab nations. So we have actually expand our food itself, not only locals, Western. We have actually gained a lot of cuisine that we implement in our food. So for example, you talk about breakfast spread, we have actually introduced a lot of elements, not only serving locals or Chinese, or we also have Middle Eastern. We have this because we have a lot of nationality coming staying with us. Then talking about that, the all-day dining menu, we have actually introducing the Indians, right up to all this I can
different
say
varieties of cuisine.
Varieties, yes, correct. That's it. Because why? Because we want to be known as a hotel that can cater to all. And being at a vicinity near to Kuala Lumpur City Centre, right, we believe that we probably can hit against a market there. So therefore, we have come up with this new outlet, refurbish this outlet. So for us to stay competitive with all surrounding us.
Yeah, I think that's really important, isn't it, Zakaria? Because you've got so many hotels in the city center, in KL City Center itself. And what really makes Perdana KL City Center different, and what is it used to be, and what is it going to be in the future? I think that's where I think the guest is also expecting something new, not just new ambience, but new varieties or new features and new benefits that they can get, and new experience, of course, coming from the hotels that they've stayed in before.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So what in terms of guest experience, and for guests who have stayed there before or guests who haven't stayed there before, what sort of guest experience can people expect from Perdana KL City Centre now? That's completely different from before.
Well, of course, we would like to maintain these 5 criteria, right, for our client who comes in here. So number 1 will be good service. We want to emphasize in providing good service all the time, because this is very important. Like I said, we are actually known as a service apartment. We used to have a lot of long stay. No doubt we still have them, but then we want to get all those guests from other hotels. So we have to provide something similar in terms of service, right? And of course, when it comes to service, it goes with the quality of the food, right? So we always maintain the quality of food. We are actually recognized as the we have ISO part of our Sharia compliance this procedure that we are actually engaging to, you know.
Okay.
So we will always make sure that our food for production, the quality is there, right? And also in terms of Sharia compliance, we are actually certified by halal, you know. And then of course,
the standards are all put in place.
yes, correct.
Yeah.
And then in terms of rooms, cleanliness and comfortable, we always like to maintain that, ensure that all this comes in, they are comfort. They're being like a family to us, right? Staying here. And then safety, environment, you know, those who stay here, they have to worry about safety issues and so on. And of course, at the end of the day, value for money, right? So these are the 5 elements that we would like to gauge our client and then give them this expectation, and we would love to do because hope they will be coming back and again, becoming a regular or repeat customer to us.
Yeah.
So
I
of
love
course,
that part, Zakaria. I really love that part that you just mentioned, because now from hearing what you're saying, you're actually looking at the bigger picture, because guest experience is not just about the food, it's not just about the experience, but like you say, it's about safety, hygiene, and all these aspects that comes under the guest experience. And how safe do I feel? And especially now after COVID, what's the hotel doing? What are the safety issues that you put, or procedures that you put into place that gives me the comfort and safety in that sense as a customer? I think that is really something very it's good to hear that hotels are looking into all this perspective. It's coming from Perdana KLCC, so really that part is really good. And what else then will be are you looking at in terms of also adding on to the guest experience?
Of course, you see, what we learned from the pandemic is actually, of course, during that time, the health issue is very important, right? During the tough time, we have actually gone through. We have spent a lot of money. I'm not talking about the refurbishments, or we are talking about we are investing on our staff just to do this swab test, this sanitizing. Or we follow all the SOPs. So what we learn from there now on is that the small issue of health and so on, do not take things for granted. And then we have managed to convince this to our client. So moving forward, I mean, there's a blessing from the previous 2 years that we have learned something that we will actually focusing in more giving the safety to ensure that all our clients who comes in here, they are actually well taken care of. So that is something that we are looking into the new future program and so on. So why we're doing it? Because we want to be known not only for hotel that provide accommodation or even nice meal. We want also to be known for those who comes in for meetings. We can't do big meeting, mice and so on, but we have a lot of meeting rooms that can cater, right? So we want to be known as that as well. And also for the weddings, wedding in capacity of 100 to 200 capacity, we should be able to engage this client. So we love to see all this in our next few years planning. And of course, coming back to our tagline, we want as the discover a whole new experience, right? And as our parents company, Perdana Hotel and Resort, we actually like people to have us as the who stay here. Each stay is a crafted experience for you all, like for all the clients. It's a crafted experience that you go back, you can think of.
Yes. That's a brilliant way. I mean, that's really a great concept. It's not just a one size fits all sort of experience for guests. It's all crafted, designed, custom made, and made to suit every individual. I mean, every individual sector or individual group of type of guests. Those are the type of concept that we're looking at. Even for the HAPA Awards site, is to see what's different, what's unique, what has changed. And I think most important, Zakaria, is this question I'm going to ask you: how is Perdana KLCC Center going to stay relevant and be relevant to the industry, and of course, in supporting and in following what this new customer behavior is, customer expectations is? What are the things or what are the steps you're putting into place in order for you to be relevant and stay relevant in that?
Well, I would say first of all, we have to challenge ourselves. Today and yesterday is not the same, and therefore tomorrow, of course, there'll be a lot of changes. So we have to challenge ourselves in getting new ideas, and also back to your question, what makes us different? We have to follow the situation, even technology and so on. Perhaps in talking about technology, there will be some issues on financial and so on. But of course, with the new technology and so on, as what we are talking now, we are having hybrid conversation, isn't it?
Yes,
So
correct.
this is all coming back from the pandemic. Why I say part of the thing that we sell during the 2.5 years, especially in 2021, is a hybrid meeting packages.
Yes.
So before that, there's nobody doing
Yes.
online meeting or training and so on, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. But even though we are no longer in COVID, in the pandemic, we still will sell this, right?
Yes.
Because this is something that we find out. So these are all technology, technology going on. So we have invest quite certain amount to bring this technology to stay with
to stay
aligned.
relevant to what the changing of times is, right? And
Correct.
what about in terms of your the hotel procedures, the guest experience procedures, like for example the check-in, the check-outs, and the housekeeping and so on? Are there any introduction of technology that you have put in place into those areas?
Of course there is, but we were looking into stage by stage. For example, we have changed the all the lock set. We have changed to new lock set, right? And then of course implementing the access to all levels. So we are putting this stage to stage. Previously we do have this, but we upgraded it, right, to the new and latest technology. And of course, talking about the rooms, there is in our pilot. Earlier, I mentioned about minor and some major refurbishment to our restaurant and outlet. But we are looking towards our room as well in the next couple of years. No doubt that we have a lot of rooms, with 300 over rooms. It will take some time for us to complete all. Right. So along with this renovation, we put in all this latest technology. That is in our like, for example, self check-in counter. We have that in mind.
Right. Yeah, the incorporation of technology, digital into hospitality experience is one of the way to really move forward. Yeah, and to stay relevant and to serve a bigger market than what people want, because we have the old school and the new school.
Correct.
The new school guests are the one who say, "Hey, why is there no technology?"
Yeah, the new school actually more the youngsters nowadays, they want very fast, right?
Absolutely.
All the payment online. There's no long queue and so on. Pre-payment. See, the next day you go off. Let's say you have to come to counter even.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because for them is what I want, chop fast, hurry up, get me to my room, so that I can do what I want to do.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. Well, any last message you have to the audience, Zakaria?
Well, I think at this point of time, the situation not at 100% yet, but we are probably around 80 to 90%. What I wish to the audience, please come and support back the hotels. Right? We are actually having a lot of foreigners coming back again, but not as before. Right. Therefore, we really want to see the locals, keep supporting us. Right. Do the traveling locals from north to south, even come to KL, support all hotels, not only Perdana Kuala Lumpur Center, support all the hotels, right? So because why this is actually how you survive, because we are in 2 years. You can imagine the losses that we have actually engaged in for the past 2 years. So it's time for us to recover. So we need to recover, and of course, we are actually contributing back to the growth of the national economy. So I really hope that the occupancy can go up a little bit more, right? And the revenue for all the hotel, especially Perdana Kuala Lumpur City Centre, So I really hope that the locals especially come and spend. Well, we do have them, but it'll be nice if we have more.
Yes,
Right?
of course.
More. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I love what you just said as well there, in Zakaria. I think, being Malaysian, it's also something that I think I support and I encourage. And can you imagine if every Malaysian just have to do different staycations in different hotels, at least once, stay in different hotels at least once.
You're right.
Local hotel, and you get to go out. I mean, I think that kind of experience is very rich, but we don't see it. I know most of the times, and a lot of times, that we always tend to love to travel overseas.
Yeah.
We love to experience what the overseas hotel is, a different weather and all these things, which is given. We do that maybe once a year or twice a year, and some maybe every quarter if they're lucky. But the thing is, if every Malaysian could look into a very different travel experience whereby they say, hey, every year, let's go to, 5 or 6 different hotels and make sure that you stay in all the local brands and try everything and say, look, I've tried all the local brands in Malaysia. These are the list of hotels I've stayed. And this is what, I could tell about the different experience. I think that would really help the industry to continue, like you say. I mean, the 2.5 years, I'm sure many businesses have really dug deep in the pockets, and especially hotels with so many rooms and so many people under you. Definitely a lot of losses you have to recuperate, and it's good that if we as Malaysians could support our own properties, our own Malaysian hotels, with staycation. That would really help. I think I totally support your statement, Zakaria, for sure. Yeah. And really well done. And, again, congratulations, because Perdana KLCC Center is one of our nominees for HAPA Awards Malaysia Series 2022-2023. Very proud to have local brands, Malaysian brands in the awards, because that's one of the way we showcase what kind of brands and what kind of products we have, different hospitality experience we have in Malaysia. So good job, Zakaria. Well done to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Jennifer.
Yeah, so lovely to have you here on HAPA TV. Would love to definitely see you very soon here, and also see you at the gala dinner for sure.
Thank you very much. I'm honored for this invitation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for your time. Thank you so much for watching and joining us. That was Mr. Zakaria Ismail, General Manager of Perdana Kuala Lumpur City Centre. I'm Jennifer Ong, signing off on HAPA TV. Thank you for following HAPA TV on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I'll see you soon again.